In the heart of Mississippi, where dirt roads stretched between small towns and pine forests, something remarkable was born. EMS in this state didn't begin in grand hospitals or shiny ambulances. It began on back roads, in borrowed vans, on makeshift stretchers, and with nothing but hands, hearts, and a will to serve.
Not knowing much about EMS, I walked into AAA ambulance service one day and told them I wanted to be a paramedic, and the guy was all excited. He was like, "How long have you been an EMT?" And I'm like, "What's an EMT?" And I became an EMT in March of 1986. I was kind of really new to the whole environment, but what I found as far as other people that were in EMS there, number one is that there weren't a lot of women. And number two, if you compare the ambulances from then to today, we realized how really there were no creature comforts. There was just bare minimum, what you had to get by and be able to call it an ambulance.
It was built in backyards and bayous, where old hearses were converted into makeshift rescue rigs, and training came from experience, not textbooks. What we call a backboard today was once a piece of donated plywood. But even then, it carried more than patience. It carried hope.
Became registered in 1982, and the rest is history. The changes I've seen during my career are innumerable. Let's start with paramedics. When I first started, we didn't have any paramedics. There was very few in the state of Mississippi. If we were lucky, we had a one-channel radio in the truck that we may or may not be able to communicate with dispatch with.
Time has sanded the edges of those early days, but not the memory. Those who came before us faced every call with courage through storms, floods, and darkness. They trained in gravel lots. They worked without pay. They learned from failure and carried stories that never made the news.
So there were times when we had limited communications capabilities because of distance and stuff like that, and not enough repeaters in the system. There were other times where the system failed. You really had no communications at all. I remember the first portable radio I ever put on my belt. I felt like it was going to pull my pants off because it actually probably weighed about 2 pounds or so, and it was just like a big brick.
Through every siren's echo, they built something stronger than themselves, a legacy. One that still breathes through every green EMT who suits up today, every student stepping into their first ambulance, every hand gripping the rail of a stretcher headed into the unknown.
He came out on the porch and he said, "Hey, I want to show y'all something real quick." So we said, okay. And this guy pushes this Olympic-sized barbell set on the front porch. He probably had 400 pounds on his little short bar. And we asked him, I said, "What are you going to do with that?" He said, "Y'all watch." He grabs hold of the bar and he comes up with it. 400 pounds on this thing over his head. And then he pulled some David Copperfield stuff. He just disappeared. He'd gone through the front porch. I mean, it just completely disappeared. And we could hear him holler under the porch. And we were falling out in the front yard laughing.
Mississippi EMS has changed, but its soul remains the same. We've come a long way from where we started. Our gear is better, our scope is broader, our training is sharper. But today's generation steps into boots once worn by giants. We may carry the latest equipment, but we also carry legacy. And with every call, we write a new chapter in the story that began decades ago.
And they had gone to bed, and she woke up about 2 hours after they laid down with excruciating chest pain. Told her family to call 911. When we get there, she's pretty much begging for help. "I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die." And so recognizing that, she possibly was correct, we got her up off the floor onto the edge of the bed. In the middle of a sentence, she quit talking, and she had gone into cardiac arrest. After the third shot, she woke up and started talking to us again. She gets to go back home to her kids when this is all over.
This job will test you. It will humble you. It will ask everything of you. And yet it gives back in moments that defy words. Pulse regained, a breath drawn, a thank you whispered in the chaos. We are more than responders. We are a family, bound not by blood, but by service to others. From the legacy of those who came before us, we carry forward their lessons, their compassion, their calloused hands, and quiet heroism. EMS doesn't bury their memory. We bring it back to life.
If I could tell the new generation something, my answer would be, how much time do you have? We've dedicated a lot of our time to other people. Don't forget to take time for yourself, because that's one thing you will never get back.
From Tupelo to Tylertown, from Oxford to Ocean Springs, from Clarksdale to the coast, and everywhere in between, we stand ready, unified by purpose, driven by duty. We are EMS.